What's up, YouTube? Yasmin86. This is gonna be my review. I just got finished watching Love and Hip Hop. About I would say a half hour ago, whatnot, it went off. And I'm glad this time I'm able to do the video actually after premiered or whatnot. Usually I don't have enough time, so I usually do it like 2 or 3 days after it comes on Monday nights. So I'm glad I'm able to do a video for you guys tonight because I probably won't have time to do it tomorrow. Basically, let's start it off with Mimi and her best friend. They're talking about the whole situation that happened last week. As we all know, what happened in the club with, Jocelyn and Stevie J, and how basically Stevie J was called out saying basically that he was cheating on Mimi with Jocelyn, who Jocelyn, if you guys don't know, is supposed to be Stevie J's artist / jump off. And so her friend and Mimi was just talking about, the incident that happened at the club at K Michelle's birthday party, and she's just like basically telling Mimi like it's right in front of you, like, and she was like, well, I never really see him like that, so I never knew what was going on between him and Jocelyn. And so her friend is like basically, okay, well, you see it, you saw from last night that they are together, and that there is basically, he getting it in with her, so what do you want to do basically? And she's saying, I don't know, I can't sit here and tell you right now what I'm going to do about the situation, but she basically saying she know what it is. So then they cut to Rachet, who I like Rachet. They didn't show her too much on the first episode when it premiered last week, but basically she's a well-known rapper around Atlanta, and actually her manager is her husband. His name is Kurt. And it kind of shows the dynamic with her being an artist and him being a manager, and how the business mixed with pleasure, how that kind of comes in between. Like he was making fun of her, basically saying how like she got mad at something he did, like as far as the business goes, how she'll be mad at him like at the end of the day, at night when they're in bed and whatnot. So I think their issue is going to come in to like this episode is how maybe mixing, Kurt being her manager and her husband, and how that kind of can conflict with the personal thing. And to be honest, like, I think it works for some people and certain artists. Like, it's a lot of artists that are married to their manager or have been romantically linked with their manager. Like, like Celine Dion's married to, her manager. Mary J. Blige is married to her manager. But, maybe it'll work out for them. But it just kind of shows their dynamic as far as her trying to be out there, and she's like this well-known underground hip-hop artist, and how she's trying to come out with a new album. They're releasing, I guess, another single for her. Then they have, I think I skipped this part, or maybe it was after, because I kept going back and forth because I watched a lot of things on Monday. But they had it whereas though Carla, the girl that told Mimi about Stevie J cheating on her, she went to the studio, I guess, to meet with Stevie J, because she's like, well, I'm an up-and-coming artist, and I really want Stevie J to produce a hit for me. So she goes to the studio, and Josh, of course, is in the studio already. And Carla comes to there, she's like, well, where's Stevie J? She's like, oh, he's going to be here in a minute. Y'all, when I tell y'all, her accent is crazy, but she's like, he's going to be here in a minute. He's on his way. He's gonna be here in a minute. And when you come in the studio, you need to speak. You can sit. You need to, what I'm saying? I'm just like, girl, you are not running anything. So they in the studio, and Josh is basically saying how I thought we was cool, and how you gonna put me on blast or whatnot, me and Stevie J on blast. Carl was like, well, I hadn't seen Mimi for years. We knew each other a couple of years ago back in LA, and I hadn't seen her. And so basically I was bigging you up, saying how you was down for Stevie J, her man, how you was calling him daddy and all this other stuff. And she was like, I had no idea that Mimi was with Stevie J. And she said, so what gives you the idea that we were together? And she was like, well, you calling him daddy, like, who, I'm assuming, I saw y'all kiss. And she was like, what? She said, was you? And then she was like, no. She said, I call him daddy. She said, yeah, I mean, but have you seen us kiss? She was like, yes, you guys kissed. She said, okay, kiss where? Kiss where? She said, you kissed him on the lips. So that's why I came up with the assumption that you guys were together. And she's like, no, I'm just getting money. I'm just Steven's artist, and it's not even like that. And basically, she stands up and she's like, I don't need Stevie. I got all this. I can get any man I want to, and all this other kind of stuff. And Carla was like, well, basically, I want to work with Stevie. I want to hit. And she's like, well, just to let you know, I am Stevie #1 priority, and I'm his #1, basically. That's what she was saying. And so Carla's just sitting like the whole time, like, okay, I'm not really gonna go in on you. I really just want to talk to Stevie and work on my music. I'm not even really trying to worry about what you and him doing, basically. So then they have the scene with what is different scene? They had the scene with Erica, who actually Erica's my favorite person on the show. She's Scrappy's big mama, and they had a scene with her and her mom and their relationship. Basically, they were saying how when she was younger, her mom was addicted to cocaine, and you know how she had moved to New York and live with her aunt while her mom was in jail, and how she received letters, and how she felt like she was abandoned from her mom. And I just felt her like, out of everyone I seen, she seems like the most down to earth and not all about the drama per se. I like her so far. It's only been 2 episodes, so I'll just say that. But I like her so far, and basically how she said she felt abandoned by her mom, and she felt abandoned by Scrappy because you know, he left her and went and started having a relationship with the rapper from Crime Mob or whatnot, if you guys do not know, and all that. So they had that, and then they had the incident when Stevie J went and was talking to Mimi, because he was like, he's been calling Mimi, she hasn't been picking up, rightfully so, after you then went and got in the car with her and drove off or whatnot and made her look stupid in front of everybody. I wouldn't answer your calls either, Stevie. But he goes and she owns this cleaning business, so he goes and, you know, stops by, talk to her. Basically, she's like, well, just tell me the truth. Are you sleeping with her? And he's like, okay, we all know the answer, but he's just like, no. And he should just basically straight up lie. And she's like, well, I don't believe you. My spider senses is telling me that you sleeping with her. I mean, he's like, girl, common sense will let you know that he's cheating on you. But whatever. And he's just like, well, how about I do this? I'll give you 10%. I think he said like 5% of whatever he's earning from old Josh. And then she's like, no, how about 10%? And I'm just like, I know that's right. If you want to cheat on me, then let me get some money from you and her. She's supposed to be your side chick, your artist, whatever. Give me the money. So that's basically what she was saying. He was like, well, have your lawyers draw up the papers and we can sign. And she was like, yeah, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And also, there was Lil Scrappy talking to his baby mama, Erica. Basically, she's like, I want you to be all in the relationship. And Scrappy's like, man, I'm stressed out about my work, and, you know, I need to get my own place. So she was like, okay, well, that's fine, but are you in this relationship? He's like, well, if I wasn't, I'll let you know. I'll be real. She's like, well, I hope you do. Be honest with me. You know, if you don't want in this relationship. She was like, if you don't, you know, if you don't want to be in a relationship, it's all good. Just let me know and be honest, and we could just be friends. We ain't got to be in a relationship just because we have a child. So they talk about that, and, you know, it's just like, and then towards the end, Jocelyn, she's telling Stevie that she's like a month late, right? So he was like, okay, well, does she, you know, she's missed her period or whatnot. He was like, well, how long has it been? She's like, oh, it's been a month. It's been 3 weeks. And he was like, a month. He was like, 3 weeks is not a month. 3 weeks is 21 days. And I just started breaking out laughing. I was like, really? She said it's been a month. It's been like 3 weeks. I'm like, girl, 3 weeks is not a month. What did you talking about? She don't know. Jocelyn, she just short bus. But yeah, so she's basically telling him that she thinks, you know, she might be pregnant. And so towards the end, like, they had this real dramatic music intro. They playing Trey Songz's song, Heart Attack. And she goes in a public restroom. Like, really, girl, you couldn't do this at your house, really? So she goes to the public restroom and she takes the EBT test. And I guess, of course, it's showing that she's pregnant. So she's just, like, all in the camera, like, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm pregnant. So she goes and talks to Stevie J. And, you know, she's like, you know, here. She gives him a test, which is nasty. And I'm always a little piece stick. And he's like, so what you upset about? He was like, we got work to do, basically. So why are you upset? You know what you got to do. Basically telling her she need to have an abortion. because they got photo shoots. That's basically what he was saying. So he was like, well, who baby is this? She was like, well, why does it even matter? And he's like, well, just let me know. She was like, you making me mad because you know how it is. Who matters if who baby was? And then he was like, and then she finally was like, well, you're the only one I've been sleeping with for the past 6 months. And then it like goes off. It was I think certain parts I did miss because I was switching. I like Secret Life. I watch Secret Life on ABC Family. Make sure you guys watch it if you don't know. So I missed a couple of things, but for majority part, that's what happened. Second episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It comes on VH1s at 8 o'clock. Make sure you guys tune in. And I'm going to try, hopefully, to give my review every week and watch it. This show is very ratchet, and I'm like, why do I continue to watch it? But it is funny. It's very, very hilarious, and just, like, shake your head. Especially Jocelyn. Like, she's the star of the show. Like, she is so... Like, she be trying to read people. It's just crazy. You know, in the comments on Twitter, people just be going to her, calling her Joseph, and then Jocelyn is like, y'all know, crazy. Yeah, but that was episode 2. So make sure you guys, tune in next week. Same time on VH1, and, leave your comments, and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciate it, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and peace.